Yeah, I know Schulte kind of spilled the beans, and we let him know when we were out on the field earlier today, and shot him a message. So obviously, we got a lot of decisions to be made. Wanted to wait until the pitchers when we started practice. Want to make sure everybody did their warm ups, did their throwing, and checked out. And I certainly wanted to let Schulte know. We let him know kind of when we were in meetings, and then half of us on the field and things like that. So gave him a heads up.
So Chris Paddack is your starter for the first game?
That's official, yes.
Okay. And do you have any news yet on game number 2 and 3? And why was Chris Paddack the choice for game number 1?
Well, obviously everything going on with Lamet and Clevinger and their health, all those things are, we're still working through things. We're still meeting. In fact, we've got time until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning to set our final rosters. And so we got meetings tonight, and I'm sure we're going to have get-togethers and stuff in the morning. So being able to kind of tie all the information in and take it down to the wire and ultimately have to make a decision. So we've had a ton of confidence in Chris. He's going to be the guy on his normal day rest. And so from there, we're going to go with Paddack. Yeah, he threw well, and coming out of there, like I said, we've still got meetings and things to get to. We got to get with our medical staff, and certainly, doctors and the coaches and the pitching staff and the front office. So we're going to get together tonight, and ultimately we've got to make a call by 10 a.m. So I wish I had more for you, but we got to wait until we meet and just gather all the information. I don't want to jump the gun on anything.
What the chances that we would see Dinelson this week?
Yeah, I think very similar to Clevinger. It's hard to tell right now without getting everybody together and talking about those things. I will say he threw yesterday and got after it pretty good. Today was almost like a designated day to just kind of work out, not throw much. So I can't give you a percentage. I don't know yet. Ultimately, like I said, we're going to have to make a decision by 10 a.m. tomorrow. And so until we have those meetings and get everybody together, which is going to happen this evening, I just can't predict anything.
I want to confirm if there's not a game 2 starter set, and does that depend on the health of those two guys?
Yes, to both parts, yes. Why didn't he? Because we chose to let him stretch out to about 120 feet and get after it. And so ultimately, with having to make these decisions, for the roster and the spots, the medical department wanted to test him by getting after it from a long toss at 120. And so ultimately that's what we did.
Chris has obviously had some very strong starts. He's mixed those with some shorter, poorer ones. How do you kind of, in a game that means as much as this one does, how do you approach maybe his leash in this game, knowing that you have everyone in your bullpen completely fresh?
Yeah, we're going to go pitch to pitch and inning to inning. And so, I expect Paddack to go out and be aggressive, be the aggressor, and get after it in the strike zone. I think it's going to be a great experience for him. I think he's ready for this moment. I think he's ready to make a run. And our guys behind him are going to be ready to play defense. So, I think in all these situations, especially in a short game set, you got to go pitch to pitch and inning to inning, and it'll be all hands on deck throughout this series. And I think all the guys know it.
You've been saying Chris is close all year, and he really has gone on kind of an every other start. Excellent, not so great. Is there anything that you see lately where you have confidence that he truly is going to be able to come out here and have one of those excellent starts?
I do. I think a lot with him is just getting on the attack and its mindset. And to your point, it's been kind of every other one. And so we're ready for the rotation part to be the good one. And then we're ready to break that cycle. Instead of every other one, he's getting ready to get on a roll. So I think the main thing is just the mindset, the attitude on the attack, and get going. So I think if we can do that, we're going to take our shot. So we've got guys that are capable. We've done it. We've gone on runs before, and I think the main thing is Paddack has thrown the ball well for us. Look, we're going to need guys to step up, and whether it's pitch and whether it's offense, whether it's defense, it's no secret. And the other thing too is nobody's going to feel sorry for us. We don't feel sorry for ourselves. There's a lot of teams. Most teams are in these situations, and it's not just this year. I mean, you go on runs, injuries, things are going to happen. And the one thing I feel prepared for is we've talked about being able to adapt, being prepared for things that come up, and we've done a great job this year throughout the regular season. So now we got to continue that. Whether we get good news, bad news, and certain players' health, things like that, we're going to have more information, like I said, tomorrow. And but the one thing I feel confident in is we're going to adapt and be ready to roll. I obviously you'd prefer to have some at bats against him, but him coming over from the Korean League and then the situation this year with not playing the Central, but it just means that we got to get to our video work. Our guys they're going to be prepared. They're going to know his pitches. They're going to understand how he attacks. They're going to know all those things. The only thing they're not going to have is just the live at bats yet. But I think as well, one thing our guys have done this year without having video in game and just some of the technology that you could go back and review your at bats, or you could look at certain pitches in game. One thing our guys have done this year, they've done a great job of communicating what they're seeing from their at bat. So I expect that to happen with whoever leads off tomorrow. He's either going to get on or be out, but at some point when those guys come back in, they do a great job. Here's what the two-seamer's doing. Here's what the changeup's doing. This is how I'm seeing the breaking ball, et cetera. So I think, just continuing to have the communication we've had, is the best way to approach it.